Come here. It's easier. I am vegetarian. I am not going to eat anywhere. You can come little closer, so it's easier for me. Otherwise, I have to shout. So for me, it was a privilege to serve all Mauritian devotees. When I came first time in December, it was my first experience of Mauritius. But I never felt I am coming to a new place. Well, it's a family, and then you caught me. You didn't allow me to go out of Mauritius because online we were meeting thrice a week and sometimes 4 times a week also. And it went on from January to till almost August, and September I came here. So it was very nice experience. And this visit I felt more connected. I felt almost like a second home in Mauritius. So thank you so much for everything. I will request devotees, please keep this habit of studying further. Don't give up this habit. So Prabhupada, his name is Bhaktivedanta Swami. And as all parents, they give their name to their children. Like we have custom, whatever father's name, we keep that as surname. So Prabhupada also wanted all his followers to have the title Bhaktivedanta. So it's 2 steps far. You're already Bhakti Shastri. Now the second is Bhakti Vaibhav. And then third is Bhakti Vedanta. So we all should get at least to that level, Bhakti Vedanta. There are one more course after that, but that's okay. That's optional. That's Bhakti Sarvabhaum. But at least Prabhupada wanted every follower to become Bhakti Vedanta. And Prabhupada said those who will hold degree of Bhakti Vedanta, they can initiate later. So you can become gurus afterwards. You can initiate, you can give shelter to many souls. Anyway, before that, we have to become a good follower. And as Prabhupada expected, we should do this course. So today we have also gathered here to remember our beloved Guru Maharaj. So we'll discuss. You must be familiar with this song. Ei bar karuna karo Vaishnava Gosai. It's very familiar song. So this song is written by Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur. How many of you know Narottam Das Thakur? Please raise your hand. No? Huh? Through his bhajans. Narottam Das Thakur is a very special acharya in our line because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, before leaving this world, he kept his love for Narottam to come. One day he was doing Sankirtan with devotees, and instead of chanting Krishna's name, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was chanting Narottam, Narottam. So devotees were thinking, who is this Narottam? It's new devotee, we never heard his name. So Nityanand Prabhu asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is this Narottam? So Nityanand Prabhu told, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Nityanand Prabhu, Narottam has not taken birth as yet. He will take birth after I will leave. And I want to put all my love for Krishna, for Narottam. So Nityanand Prabhu told Mahaprabhu, we have heard food bank, we have heard blood bank, we have heard money bank, but we have not heard love bank. Where you will deposit love so that Narottam will take it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I have one arrangement. So one tributary of Ganga is Padma in Bengal. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Padma river and told Padma river that I am leaving my love, and when Narottam comes, you give him that love. Now when Narottam Das Thakur took birth, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already left. But as per astrology, he had danger from water. So his parents never allowed him to go near Padma river. One day somehow he managed, he escaped and he reached Padma river, and as soon as he touched water, the big waves of water started coming. There was no coral reef also. So big waves of water was coming. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came as the golden boy and entered in the body of Narottam. So that's how Narottam Das Thakur so much love for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. And in separation from those acharyas, he has written many songs. Actually, these songs are condensed philosophy. Our ISKCON has courses till Chaitanya Charitamrita, but now they are designing course on Vaishnava songs, which will be even after Chaitanya Charitamrita. So they are so deep, these Vaishnava songs. So today we are discussing from this song, Ei Bar Karuna Karo Vaishnava Gosai. O Vaishnava Gosai, Gosai means Goswami. O Vaishnava Goswami, please be merciful unto me. Ei Baro means this time. Why this time? Because so many lives I got association, but I didn't take proper benefit of it. But this time, I want to have your mercy. Please be merciful unto me. This word Vaishnava is very important. We don't take shelter of anyone, but this is okay. It's laptop. Supposed to be on lap. So, this word Vaishnava is very important. Guru should be a Vaishnava. He should be Uttam Adhikari. He should be Nindadi Shunyam, not criticizing anyone. Like one time in D-Land we were sitting and Guru Maharaj was taking prasad. There was another devotee sitting next to him and he started criticizing his god brothers. Immediately Guru Maharaj stopped him. He said, stop, you can go now. Nindadi Shunyam. But our favorite talk is Ninda. If class goes 10 minutes more, so many things. But actually when you start finding faults, and actually, we have nice terminologies. When we start speaking like this, Prabhu, I am not finding fault, but then it goes on. Actually, it's finding fault. It's criticism. That's how it starts. But I have seen in multiple occasions. One time in Mayapur, one devotee came to Guru Maharaj and he was criticizing the management. That, oh, management is not supporting us, they are not doing this, we are not doing that. Guru Maharaj said, what is in your hand? Like Srinjay Prabhu has his bead bag. The devotee is having bead bag. He said, bead bag. He said, take your beads, go to temple room and chant. Nobody stop you from that. Your problem is you want to become leader. And therefore you are thinking all these kind of things. Nindadi Shunyam. Another aspect of Vaishnava is he always give credit to Guru and Krishna. He never holds on to that credit. We went to South Africa in 2017 and a series of programs were arranged for Guru Maharaj. Very big programs, like the corporate programs, so many new people came, the ministers came. One of such program was in Cape Town, very nice and successful program. When we came back home, it was almost 11 o'clock in night. And all devotees were appreciating Guru Maharaj. The team who went with Guru Maharaj, they were appreciating. They were saying, Guru Maharaj, today's program was out of the world, it was wonderful. And so many people came and this minister came and that person came. And then one devotee came, he was from London, and he proposed that Guru Maharaj, we will arrange for a special award. I think he was mentioning from UN or something, for you. Because you have done so much for the world, traveling for so many decades, preaching, giving people direction. So we want to arrange this award for you. Now, if we are in that kind of air, You do some successful preaching and everybody is glorifying and somebody is arranging an award for you, how you will feel? You become like 2 feet taller. Guru Maharaj immediately said, can you check if that award can be given to a person who already left this world? So he never thought about it. You check it. So he checked. He said, let me check. Guru Maharaj said, if yes, first we should give this award to Srila Prabhupada. Because of him we are here. So this consciousness is very important. Even garlands, like when he used to take garland to him, he would first look towards Srila Prabhupada. How is Prabhupada's garland? And if Prabhupada's garland is not that opulent as his garland, he would take that garland, offer it to Prabhupada, and take Prabhupada's Maha garland and accept that one. That is Vaishnava. Giving all credit to Guru and Krishna. Then his attachment to holy name, his attachment to practice of Krishna consciousness, another aspect of Vaishnava. You all know about Brooklyn case. Few years back, there was a big problem in our ISKCON. In New York, there was a temple in Brooklyn. It's one of the most prominent area of New York. Somehow, the managers there, they wanted to sell that property. Now, I'm not sure about Mauritius, but in India, all ISKCON temples are registered under one legal document. So not one person can take charge of any building. But in US it's not the same. The 50 states, all 50 states, they are separate in laws. So there are 50 ISKCON entities within US. Each temple is legally independent. That makes a big problem. Because if management of that temple drifts away, then they can take over the temple. That's what happened in Brooklyn. So the management, they wanted to sell this temple. And they almost fixed the deal to sell. But their bad luck, that year chairman was Guru Maharaj. GBC chairman was Guru Maharaj. He came to know about it. And there was a committee set up. For months together, they were meeting every day for 2 hours, sorting out how we should save that temple legally. Guru Maharaj involved many lawyers from our movement, and he found out the proper protocols. He collected the congregation. Everything was set, legally things were set. And then he got the resolution passed from GBC that we have to save this temple. But now who will go in that temple? Who will establish that resolution? You have passed the resolution, but somebody has to go there. Guru Maharaj said, I will go myself. And he didn't go with big bodyguards and things. He went with 2-3 devotees, and there was Sunday feast program. And in the middle of Sunday feast, he went and he sat. So the manager there was announcing, and he said, now we are closing the Sunday program, so everybody can go back home and things. And Guru Maharaj said, I have one announcement to make. So this manager said, no, we don't want any announcements, we want to close the program. He said, don't worry, we have our own sound system. So Guru Maharaj brought his own sound system. And he started announcing that this temple belongs to Srila Prabhupada, this temple belongs to ISKCON, this is not anyone's property, and we are removing the current managers and re-establishing other managers. And before doing that, he glorified those managers for their previous service, because they were serving in that temple for 30 years. And then he replaced. So what this manager did, he switched off lights, closed the curtain of the deities, and called police. Now, the congregation was on his side, the temple was on his side, and here Guru Maharaj was with 2-3 devotees, lights are off, you have like 150 people against you in that room. How you will feel? You'll just run away from there. Guru Maharaj started doing kirtan. He said, holy name is Krishna himself. So holy name can protect us in any condition. He started doing kirtan. And previously nobody was responding, only those 2-3 devotees. Slowly, everybody started to respond to Guru Maharaj. In the meantime, police came. So the manager said, arrest him, he's creating problem. Police said, what problem he's creating? He's chanting. Your temple is supposed to be Hare Krishna temple. He's chanting Hare Krishna. We don't want to arrest him. Police left. And then congregation members, they also realized that how, their manager was not in proper consciousness, whether Guru Maharaj was in proper consciousness. So that's how he managed to save that temple, the biggest temple of ISKCON. One of the richest, not richest, value-wise, most costliest temple of ISKCON. Prabhupada established those deities, Radha Govinda. Guru Maharaj saved that. So that is his faith in holy name. And every day when he chants his rounds, he chants early, before Mangalarti, many times. One time I was traveling and one devotee who was traveling with me, I will not quote his name, but he is son of one devotee, disciple of Guru Maharaj. So he was my age, he was traveling with us. One day he came to me and said, Krishna Kishore, Guru Maharaj doesn't chant his rounds. I said, are you serious? What time you got up? He said 6 o'clock. He said, Guru Maharaj chant before 4 o'clock. You get up 3 o'clock and you see. Every day he would chant so early in the morning. And then after Mangala Aarti, Guru Maharaj had his own morning program in his room. Many devotees must have heard him. He has his own morning program. See, sometimes in traveling, he could not attend temple program. So he had made a habit. If he is in temple or not, if he is attending morning program or not, he has his own morning program in his room. So first he would chant his Gayatri, then he would chant his Sannyas mantra, then he would chant Sansar Davanal prayers in his room. Even though he will attend temple program, then after going to room he will chant this. Sansar Davanal prayers, then Narsingha prayers, then Narsingh Kavacha, then Tulsi Arti, then in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, first chapter, there are verses of prayers to all gurus, to all deities. He would chant them. And then some selected prayers. Sometimes he would chant prayers of Queen Kunti, sometimes he would chant Gajendra prayers, sometimes Brahma Samhita, like that. So whole thing took every day around half an hour. Even we would have flight to catch, he will make sure half an hour earlier he would get ready, he would finish his own morning program, then he would travel. So that was his, devotion. And if you have heard, many of you must have heard him chanting, he was never in rush. Every word he would speak very distinctly, very clearly. Even sometimes we had to have initiations, like Guru Maharaj would give sometimes 500 initiation, like when we went to Bangladesh, he had 500 initiations. Now can you imagine chanting on 500 beats? How you will chant? Maybe in both hands. But Guru Maharaj, every beat he would pick, he would chant Panchatattva mantra, he would touch it to forehead, he would chant full round, very distinctly, very clearly, and then again he would chant Panchatattva mantra, he would touch to his head, then he would keep that beat, take next beat. So all those who are initiated, you have his beats, he has chanted like that, in each beat. So that was his Vaishnav. And then second is Gosai. I don't know if we go like this, how long we will go. How much time we have, Prabhu? Already over?
1 hour. There's 1 hour.
We have 1 hour? Are you sure? Okay. So then next is Gosai. Vaishnava Gosai. Gosai means Goswami. One who has control over his senses. Now many times when we see Guru Maharaj, those who have served him, we think, oh, Guru Maharaj is a very aristocratic style of living, his way of functioning and living in nice room and nice food and this and that. But actually he does it to accept our service. When I realized this, when I went with him in certain situations where there were no facilities. But he was still the same. We went to Panihati one time and the temple was very new. So there were no arrangements, of living. But Guru Maharaj lived in a simple room with a cot. And in morning, the washroom was not attached to the room. It was different. Guru Maharaj said, why to take bath in washroom? Let's go to Ganga. And he picked up bucket and himself went to Ganga and took bath from cold water in bucket. So he's realizing, he's not attached to facilities, As per situation, he can mold himself. Many times when we travel, devotees used to ask me, what is Guru Maharaj's diet plan? So I said, diet plan? He is no diet plan. They were shocked, 75 years old Guru Maharaj, but no diet plan? No, he never followed any diet plan. So they used to ask, okay, what is his favorite dish? So he'll prepare favorite dish. So I asked Guru Maharaj devotees asked me, what is your favorite dish? He said, never tell that. Whatever they cook, that is my favorite dish. So that means what? He is not after our food, he is after our love. I was in New York one time with him, and when Mataji came, with nice basket of grapes. So I was also excited to see grapes in New York because you don't find good fruits, So she brought nice grapes and she gave to Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj accepted, but she said, Guru Maharaj, please taste it. They are the best grapes I could find. Guru Maharaj said, I will taste it later. He said, no, take now, Guru Maharaj. So she washed and she gave in plate and gave to Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj ate maybe couple of grapes. Mataji said, Guru Maharaj, take more. So she kept on insisting, Guru Maharaj took. And then, she finished and she left. The few remnants left. So after Guru Maharaj went in his room, I was there and one Mataji was there and one more devotee was there. You don't need this. You don't need this. So we were there and we thought that let us taste these best grapes, remnants of Guru Maharaj. The first grape I put in my mouth, it was so sour. It's so sour, I couldn't eat. I had to throw it out. But Guru Maharaj ate all that. So I went to Guru Maharaj and told Guru Maharaj, these grapes were so sour, how you made it? Guru Maharaj said, she was sitting and she was insisting what to do. I had to eat. Gosai, sense control. We were in Sanford one time and Guru Maharaj had problem in his ears. So Bhakti Prem Maharaj suggested one drop to put in his ears. So when we went to the shop, the pharmacy, the drop was costing $60. Guru Maharaj, we purchased it. Guru Maharaj said, no, it's too costly. Find out how much it costs in India. So we phoned and asked how much it cost some few hundred rupees. We said, we'll go back to India and then we will take. So Guru Maharaj is itching you, is troubling you. We go to India after many weeks. He said, no, why to waste money? Who is telling that? Biggest fund collector of ISKCON is telling that. If you see any project, any big project, Guru Maharaj is the biggest fund collector in ISKCON. He saved New Mayapur. He was biggest fund collector for TOVP also. He traveled in many cities and collected Lakshmi. But for himself, $60 is too much. He didn't let us purchase that eardrop. After some time also, he was having some itching. Actually, when we moved to D-Land, that time the situation was that land was not used for 10 years. So the grass was this tall. And when we opened rooms, they were already having some rooms. When we opened rooms, they were the skin of snakes. Snakes leave their skin over time. In Mauritius, there are no snakes. But actually, in D-Land, there are a lot of snakes. So they leave so there was this skin of snakes in those rooms. There were scorpions. There was wild spiders. There's so many different characters there. So when we shifted there, it so happened that actually we didn't shift. Guru Maharaj took us to show the land. And when he went to show us the land, three of us were joking among ourselves. Guru Maharaj walked up to us and he asked, how you like the land? But actually we were laughing among ourselves on another thing. So we were in that jolly mood. And Guru Maharaj saw us laughing. So he thought we are laughing on his question. You know, like suppose somebody serves you nice pizza. As how is pizza? And you're like, like this word, you don't like pizza. Right? So Guru Maharaj felt that, we don't like this project. He became very upset. He went in his car and then we also followed. In car he told, I am giving you 3 days. Decide. Either you commit or quit. Either you commit to the project or you quit, you go back to India. It was very serious, in very grave mood he said that. And then as we were driving, he turned and said, look, it's not that I am going to dump you in that place and I will be going somewhere else. I will stay with you. That is leader, And he moved with us. The facility was not at all good. There was no hot water. So he used to take cold water bath. He got sick, he got fever. There were all these wild creatures around. Even to get groceries, we have to drive for 30 minutes to get groceries. There was nothing in that area. But he shifted. And when we would work in the field, he was right there. So he used to see that how it is difficult for us to dig, and put some plants and things. So he brought some machines. First machine he brought was to cut trees. How many of you cut trees here? Any experience of cutting trees? So Guru Maharaj bought this saw, chainsaw. So chainsaw is electric, not electric, it was a automatic chainsaw. It goes like this and it's very heavy machine. You have to put gasoline and then run it. So Guru Maharaj bought it and Guru Maharaj was giving us demonstration how to use that machine. He was Guru in all respects. So he put the gas and then he started to on it and then it started like, and we were thinking that if you touch it with wood and if it backfires, then it can cut you. Guru Maharaj was holding it and he was trying to cut the tree. He said, Guru Maharaj, give it to us. No, I will show you how to cut trees. He said, Guru Maharaj, you can show us by telling, we will cut. So he taught us how to cut trees. Then he taught us how to dig. He got another machine, 2 people have to hold it and then it goes like drilling. And then so many machines he bought. He bought a tiller. So Guru Maharaj asked me that, you till the land with this. So when I was tilling, it was giving so much black smoke. My specs were covered with black smoke. So I thought, how these all clouds are coming? So Guru Maharaj said, clean your glasses. So all these machines, we were serving. But he used to be with us and all this wild grass and things. So he got rashes all over his body. Red, thick rashes all over his body. And it was itching, his chest, his thighs, his legs, his hands, everywhere. It was itching badly. So much so that he couldn't sleep in night. He said, Guru Maharaj, you need not to come. He said, no, I will stand there. Sometimes it would be sunny, he would stand. One time, one devotee, he came to Guru Maharaj and he told, Guru Maharaj, can I get a little break? So Guru said, yeah, sure, go and take break. So he went for taking rest. And then Guru Maharaj saying, look, he is 30, I am 75. He needs break. And I am standing in the sun. So anyway, he was always with us and if it raining, he would hold umbrella and stand. Sometimes it was very sunny, he would go in kitchen, prepare lassi for us, prepare lemon juice for us, bring 1 glass and 1 jug. He would put in 1 cup and give to one devotee, drink. So it was already embarrassing, the Guru is bringing for you. The devotee would drink And then Guru Maharaj said, give me that glass. How you will give that glass back to him? He said, no, give me. And he would take that glass and take to another devotee. And okay, drink. It's like all, Chaitanya Leela going on in 21st century. So like that Guru Maharaj would feed everyone. But these rashes have become so bad, then we consulted one doctor from Elachua, and he suggested Guru Maharaj should go to the pharmacy, because in America, they don't give antibiotics to anyone. In India, you purchase like maybe 10 kg of antibiotics they will give you. In America, they don't give. So the person has to go, then the doctor, with the prescription of doctor, they issue antibiotics. So we asked Guru Maharaj, should we go? And the pharmacy was 45 minutes drive. Guru Maharaj said, no, I am okay. He was delaying. But that morning, what happened, when I was taking bath, one spider came on my shoulder. And in India, generally, if you have a spider, you just throw it like that. So I did like this. We went and I took my bath. After 1-2 hours, I started feeling sleepy. Then I started feeling vomiting. I started vomiting again and again. But I was serving Guru Maharaj, then I was coming out vomiting, then again going, serving. But after 3-4 hours, I couldn't manage myself. So I just collapsed and I was sleeping in the room. In afternoon, Guru Maharaj asked, where am I? And one devotee told Guru Maharaj, he's having some problem since morning. While taking bath, there was a spider, and as soon as he said, spider, it's wild spider. Let's take him to hospital. And Guru Maharaj, that moment only, he picked me in car and we went to hospital. And he got some treatment, antibiotics, everything. So I was wondering, he was suffering from all these rashes. He was not able to sleep for days. And he was not ready to go to the hospital. But here one person got this spider bite and he takes to the hospital. That is his nature. Then that evening we came back and I took medicine and everything. Guru Maharaj said, you take rest. But in all this spider game, I forgot to keep Guru Maharaj clothes for next day. In morning, when I was taking rest, I heard that somebody is in my room. So I opened my eyes. Guru Maharaj was in the room with a towel. He was searching for the clothes. And very silently he was opening the drawer to check the clothes. I got up, I offered obeisance. I said, Guru Maharaj, I'm sorry, I forgot to keep your clothes. And you could have just rang bell. We had bell. He had button and we have bell in our room. It rings. So he said, no, you are sick. I thought not to disturb you. I can do this myself. So this is Goswami. He doesn't need any assistance. He doesn't need any help. One time none of us could travel with him in Australia. And there is one devotee, Shyam Sundar Prabhu. He told Guru Maharaj that Guru Maharaj, you should have an assistant always with you. Because lifting bags and keeping bags and traveling, and you should have one assistant always with you. Guru Maharaj told Shyam Sundar, I don't keep assistants because I need them. I keep assistants because they need me. So that is Guru Maharaj, Vaishnava Gosai. The next is, Jahar nikate gele pape dure jaye. Eman dayal Prabhu keba kutha paye. Jahar nikate gele, when you go near him, pape dure jaye, all inauspiciousness goes away. That is Guru Maharaj. Many devotees have this experience. You've been in many distressful condition, and when he calls and he call your name, just calling your name, that is enough. We have one devotee in Ujjain, Dhir Gaur Prabhu, and he was in a big problem with some issue. We had a school and we had some issues, legal issues. And he was in so much distress. He thought of giving up the service, but not giving up, how to handle. So much stress. And he called me that, Prabhu, this is the situation, what to do, can you ask Guru Maharaj? I said, give me 1 minute. And I went and just gave phone to Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj just picked up, he said, so Dhir Gaura, what's happening? That's it. All problem gone. He need not to tell his problem also. The way he used to call the name, that itself was sufficient. You need not to ask him anything. You don't need any solution also. Just his touch, just his calling out name, just his darshan was enough. That was his personality. Emana Dayala Prabhu, he was so compassionate. Dayal means merciful. Many times while doing services, we have committed many mistakes. But he would be so understanding. Like one time in lockdown, during the lockdown, we were hardly getting good vegetables. So it was a big struggle to get good vegetables. So generally when we used to cook for Guru Maharaj, we used to cook like good quantity in case he would call some guests and things. But this time we had to cook like limited because we are not getting good vegetables. So one day, one devotee cooked gobi paneer with gravy. And that was the main item, and there were some side items. And Guru Maharaj that time was hardly eating. Like in morning he would take some sprouts, evening he would take some soaked rice, and only food he would take is in lunch. And that too chapati and sabji. So that was the only meal we had. And now in Ujjain we have Guru Maharaj quarters, and then kitchen is on the another floor, on the top, on the roof. So when I went there, the devotee who cooked this, he said, Prabhu, handle it carefully, because this is all what I cooked. So keep it nicely. So I was bringing it down, and then another devotee, Sitanath Prabhu, who is serving Guru Maharaj from years. So he took from me. He said, okay, I will take it in, you bring another thing. So as he went in, the pot spilled on the floor. And as it spilled, the half, when you spill something remains in the pot still. So he kept that one, but this maximum of it was spilled on the floor. Now Guru Maharaj came in that very moment, and he ran away, and I entered the room also in the same moment. Guru Maharaj was in the washroom, he came from washroom out, and from entrance, and when he spilled, he understood what's going to happen. So he ran away, and I entered in the meantime. So Guru Maharaj asked, what happened? I said, Guru Maharaj is spilled. Guru Maharaj said, I can see that, clean it. So I started to clean. Now the devotee was not seen, he is gone. So I cleaned everything, and then we put it in another bowl, whatever spilled on floor, we kept it. And then I brought everything, and Guru Maharaj. So generally he used to serve, and I used to read Chaitanya Charitamrita. But this day he was gone, escaped from chastisement. So then I was serving. So when I was serving, Guru Maharaj took prasad, and towards the end that devotee came. Because he knew by now Guru Maharaj, everything settled, he took prasad and everything. So he came and he was sitting at the back. But he was having this feeling in his heart that, this was on ground and we served that to Guru Maharaj. Although whatever was on floor, that we didn't serve, but even whatever was remaining in the pot, it dropped on floor. So we don't know if something went in or out. So he was having that guilty because he came in and he was feeling that guilty. And here Guru Maharaj on his own, he couldn't express anything, but Guru Maharaj on his own, he asked me, what happened of that prasad which was spilled on the floor? Did you throw it? I said, no Guru Maharaj, I didn't throw. We kept in a bowl. So what you will do with it? He said, Guru Maharaj, we all devotees can take. Floor is clean and it's prasad, we can take it. Guru Maharaj said, yes. I was also thinking, I can also take. And that relieved that devotee. Otherwise, he would have that feeling all his life. Because after few days, Guru Maharaj left for America and he left his body. So he would have that feeling all his life. But Guru Maharaj relieved him just by saying that, don't worry, I could have also taken that. Dayalu. So we used to make so many mistakes, but when we admit them, when we used to accept our mistakes, he would forgive. Problem would happen when you start arguing. Then it is very bad. One time we had a big setup for Guru Maharaj for recording his videos in America. So we spent over $20,000 and bought so many apparatus like lights, focus, 2 cameras, recorders, everything, so that we can record Guru Maharaj's quality videos. And Guru Maharaj started, he sat, and then Guru Maharaj, he is producer, director, script writer, everything. So it's not easy to record his videos. So he would always ask, so what is the frame? Now how to tell the frame? Because you see the camera, you can see frame that side. So he said, okay, record, then I will come and see the frame. So it was not easy. He set up everything, lights, sound, camera, everything is set up. Now Guru Maharaj finally, after 1 hour of this exercise, he was satisfied with the arrangement. Then he started speaking. He spoke for 15 minutes. Then we realized we didn't press the record button. Now imagine the situation. If we tell him now, what's going to happen? Somehow we were discussing among ourselves. So he was lecturing and we were discussing. Then raised hand. Guru said, what happened? Guru Maharaj, you forgot to press the record button. We were expecting we are going to get nice Mahaprasad. But to our surprise, he said, don't worry, I understand you are doing it first time. Let's record it again. So he was understanding, it's not that he is always chastising. It's that when it's required, he chastises. But when it's not required, he may just give you more opportunities to serve. So Dayal. Gangar parashe hoile pashyat pavan, darshane pavitra kori ei tumar gur. When you take bath in Ganges, afterwards you get purified. But pure devotee is so pure, just by seeing him, one gets purified. Just by having one glimpse of him, one gets purified. We were having many issues when Guru Maharaj was chairman of the GBC and afterwards also. There were 3 groups who were splitting from ISKCON. I will not tell the names, but there were 3 prominent groups. When I say prominent means they had hold on whole country in some places. And they were splitting off from ISKCON. Can you imagine the situation? How many devotees ISKCON would lose? And the GBC, they were so fed up with these 3 groups, they decided that let's expel them because we can't handle them anymore. One person stood up and told, let me try. That was Guru Maharaj. Said, let me make one last try. Before you publish this resolution, let me try. Everybody said, Maharaj, we tried our best. They will not come back. They will not listen to the GBC. They are not going to follow anything. Forget these groups. Guru Maharaj said, let me try. In that 1 year, he managed to meet all the 3 groups. He managed to convince all the 3 groups. And he brought them back to ISKCON. Till date they are in ISKCON. Before he managed to bring many sannyasis, that is different. I am saying recently, before leaving this planet, his big contribution was these 3 groups he brought back. Because nobody can see enemy in him. When he would interact, when he would speak, it's like people can feel he is our well-wisher. And none of the 3 areas, none of the 3 groups, Guru Maharaj became GBC, no. He made that leader only lead GBC of that area. So that non-enviousness, that people can perceive. Hari sthane aparadhe tare harinam, tuma sthane aparadhe nahi paritra. When we commit offenses to the Supreme Lord, holy name can deliver us. But when offenses done towards a pure devotee, there is no solution to it. See, when Guru chastises, that is okay. When Guru neglects, that is worst. We never want neglect of Guru. If he chastises, that is mercy. That is his special mercy. Like when I was very new, I started to travel, I was not getting any chastisement. And devotees were thinking, why he is not getting chastisement? One time I was serving in Prashad in plate and one devotee was there. And I was serving sabji in the wrong side. Like Guru Maharaj would eat from right hand and I was putting always in the left. And he had to put his sabji always in the right side. So it happened thrice. And I kept on putting on the left side. This devotee, after Guru Maharaj finished Prashad, he came out and said, boy, you are so lucky. Why he is not chastising you? I said, because I am not surrendered. Therefore he is not chastising me. The first time I went out of India with him, I was not knowing I am going out. So this was 2016 and Guru Maharaj just asked me that come with me to Gujarat. So I went with him to Gujarat. From Gujarat he told me let's go to Mayapur. So I went to Mayapur. Then from there he said let's go to Calcutta. I went to Calcutta. Then again Mayapur. Then one devotee asked, Hemanga Chaitanya Prabhu, he came here. He asked Guru Maharaj in Mayapur, Guru Maharaj, who is going with you to South Africa? Guru Maharaj said, he is going with me. That was the first time I realized I am going with him. And he was supposed to leave in 3 weeks. Now I don't have visa. What to do? So I asked devotees how to apply visa and things and I applied my passport. And we have to physically send our passport for South African visa. So I sent it to Delhi for visa. So in the meantime, we traveled to different places and we came to Ujjain. And Guru Maharaj asked me, what's happening with your visa? And I was so confident because I know experience of visa and things. I thought, yes, we have given. It will be okay. We'll collect passport and we'll go. So I told Guru Maharaj, yeah, everything is okay. It's sorted out. I'll get my visa in time and we'll go. Guru Maharaj booked my ticket. We moved from Ujjain to Mumbai and our flight was next evening. We reached there in previous evening. Then Guru Maharaj asked me, so everything is okay? Yes, Guru Maharaj. Everything is packed? Yes, Guru Maharaj. Tickets are printed? Yes, Guru Maharaj. Your passport is with you? No, Guru Maharaj. Where is your passport? Guru Maharaj is in Delhi in embassy. We are in Mumbai. And next day is our flight. Even if next day the embassy issues my passport, then they will send to my address. And I am in Mumbai. Sending in India will take 1 week. Shinjay Prabhu has experience of calendars now. It takes forever in India to dispatch things. What to Guru Maharaj said? Why didn't you tell me? I said, Guru Maharaj, I was not knowing. I thought tomorrow it will come. Guru Maharaj said, tomorrow it will come in Delhi. We are in Mumbai. So Guru Maharaj phoned a minister in South Africa. And Guru Maharaj told that, this is what happened. My assistant, his passport is stuck in South African embassy in India. He phoned embassy in India and he said, get passport ready first in the morning. 9 o'clock I should get the passport ready. But another problem, how passport will reach from Delhi to Mumbai? And if you trust cargo and courier, it's not certain. Guru Maharaj arranged one devotee, Shyam Bihari Prabhu, who is printing calendars. He said, you fly from Delhi, collect passport from embassy, fly from Delhi and you bring passport to Mumbai. But there's another problem. They won't give passport to anybody. So Guru Maharaj had to phone another minister in India to give a letter that this passport will be collected by this person. So many arrangements. I was thinking, who is serving whom? I was supposed to reduce his trouble, but actually he's making arrangements for me. So anyway, he managed to collect the passport, took first flight from Delhi to Mumbai. He came and he gave my passport just 3-4 hours before the flight. My passport was with me. So anyway, we fed the devotee and we packed everything. So Guru Maharaj said, okay, now ready? I said, yes, Guru Maharaj, now I am ready. So everything is ready. Now we left from Mirabai Mata's place in Mumbai for airport. And as we were driving, so Guru Maharaj, when we drive, after 10 minutes he said, can you give my Japamala? I forgot Guru Maharaj's bag back in home, the laptop bag which had laptop, bead bag and Guru Maharaj's passport. Guru Maharaj said, I arranged your passport, you followed my passport. But still, because I was new, he didn't chastise me. He said, okay, let's go back. So we drove back, we collected his things, and we went and took the flight. So when you are new, he may not chastise, but then eventually the chastisement came. So after a few months, I was doing his correspondence, and he used to give me dictation. I used to draft on basis of the points he used to give, and then I would save that letter in his drafts. Then he would check and he would send it out. That was a system. So one particular letter he wanted to send to Govardhan Prabhu. He's also GBC here? Yeah. So that letter was for Govardhan Prabhu. And we drafted that letter and I saved in the drafts. Days, Guru Maharaj didn't send that letter. So every day I would draft over 50 to 70 letters and I would save in his drafts. He would check and he would send it out. This particular letter was sitting from days. So I thought maybe, Guru Maharaj forgot to send it out. So let me help him. So I sent it out. Now in evening, Guru Maharaj called me. He rang his bell. I came. Guru Maharaj said, I am searching for a mail. I am not able to find it. Can you check where it is, because I want to make some, editing and then send it out. Is it in outbox? Is it in drafts? I know where it is. It's already gone. So, I'm not able to speak. The Guru Maharaj said, come and help. I'm not able to speak. I said, Guru Maharaj, I sent it already. Guru said, what? That was the first time he chastised me. He raised his voice, his lips were quivering, his eyes were red. He said, what? Why don't you ask me for sending? I wanted to edit it. You sent it like that? And it's not going with your name, it's going with my name. How can you send it? He became very angry. He said, tell me, why did you send? But I'm not able to speak. Because thunder is blowing thunder, how I'll speak? I can't speak. So I was shivering and he could see my situation. He said, go away. So I went to my room and Guru Maharaj was there. After 10 minutes he rang bell. He called me back. So I came, I said I will get another second dose of chastisement. Then he said, actually it's not your mistake. I didn't train you. That is the problem. Now take this book. He gave me a book. He said, read this. It was elements of style, writing skills and grammar, and read this and then draft my letters. So that's how, I got my first dose of chastisement. Then it was like Yashastri Sandhyam every day, 3-4 times I would get chastised. Sometimes for one thing I would get chastised for hours. Like we were in D-Land and Guru Maharaj started new concept of Bhakti Box. So what was the concept? He selected some items which Grihasthas need in their day-to-day life. Like, Ekadashi flower, wicks, incense. Hard to get in US. So Guru Maharaj planned to have this Bhakti Box delivered in their doorstep. And he told me in morning what ingredients to keep, and he already got box printed from India. And he said, get me a sample ready. But whole day I was with him, so I forgot. I only remember in night. Now in night I remembered that I have to compile, I have to, make this sample of Bhakti Box. Guru Maharaj was about to take rest in 30 minutes. And I know if I will not give him today, tomorrow I am going to get chastised because he will remember. So I rushed to make that box. Now there was a particular label on ghee bottle which Guru Maharaj got printed from India. Now I have to stick it on the bottle, the glass bottle. Somehow it was not properly done. The bubbles were there and it's going like little slant. But I had no choice because Guru Maharaj is going to take rest. So I put everything. I thought, Guru Maharaj will not look this much and morning I can put another bottle. So I kept that box. Guru Maharaj said, "Oh, ready?" Yes, Guru Maharaj, it's ready. I was feeling like, I did my job. Guru Maharaj said, "Very good." He gave me very good. And then he took rest, he gave massage and everything, he slept. Next morning, my everyday service was to go 1 hour before Mangalarti to take dictations. So I went with my computer and things to take dictations 1 hour before Mangalarti. And as I entered the room, Guru Maharaj is standing with that bottle in hand. Guru Maharaj said, "What is this?" I said, "Guru Maharaj, ghee bottle." I can see that it's ghee bottle. But how did you place this label? For 1 hour I was chastised for that label. You did engineering? What kind of engineer you are if you cannot stick a label? I got it printed, I got it here, I got the bottles and I got the ghee. All I asked you to stick a label and you can't do it properly. And he started scolding like anything. Anyway, time for Mangalarti. So I was saved. We went for Mangalarti. So we walked from Guru Maharaj's room to temple. Again, whole way I was chastised. So then Mangalarti I was praying to Lord, may Guru Maharaj forget this episode. So Guru Maharaj was happy. He was raising his hands, dancing in Mangalarti, and Tulsi Pradakshina he did. I thought he forgot everything. Smiling, meeting with devotees. After Mangalarti was following, he again started to chastise. He didn't forget. Another 1 hour after Mangalarti, I got chastised. So I said, "My God, what to do?" Here anyway, he said, "You can go now." Whenever, I would never argue with him. So I was silent. 1 hour you are shouting at somebody, he is not responding, what you can do? I said, "Go." So I said, "Okay." So I went. So then I got new sticker, new bottle. I managed to do nicely before Darshanarti. And as Guru Maharaj was coming for Darshanarti, I went and I showed him bottle. And he said, "See, I have to chastise you for 3 hours, get a simple thing done. If you would have done it before, I would have not chastised you." So that was his, way of correcting. He took full responsibility whenever, he wanted everything first class. If you're singing, sing it first class. If you're giving lecture, give it first class. If you're rolling anything, arranging anything, do it first class. That was his thing. He never liked half-cooked things. So anyway, more pastimes for chastisement. These chastisements kept on increasing day by day. And I was in my 4th year of serving Guru Maharaj. So you can imagine the level of chastisements. So one day we were in Mayapur and Guru Maharaj started giving certificates in initiation. Recently, the last few initiations he started giving certificates. Now in the certificates, he would have 2 certificates for each initiation candidate. One certificate would have their name and then 4 regulative principles and vow to chant 16 rounds and never leave ISKCON. That would be in one certificate. There was another certificate which has 10 name offenses. So their name and then I will take care of 10 name offenses. So there are 2 certificates for each candidate. And while we were traveling from Ujjain, so we got them printed, the stock was in Ujjain and we had to go to Mayapur. So we were rushing and packing and everything. So I told one devotee who was also traveling with us, and he was from UK, so I thought he is very intelligent. So I thought, "Can you get 150 certificates, set of certificates?" Because each one had to get 2. But he only took 150 count of certificates. So effectively that was 75. I could not check. So we were in Mayapur. And next day, Guru Maharaj is supposed to give 150 initiations. So Guru Maharaj said, "Let us write names of devotees on this certificate beforehand." And it was 10 o'clock in night in Mayapur. Now you have to write in Bengali. I said, "Guru Maharaj, I can't write in Bengali." Guru Maharaj said, "Search for somebody who has good handwriting." 10 o'clock in Mayapur. Everybody sleeps there by 8:39. I am on the street of Mayapur searching for somebody who has good handwriting. And then Guru Maharaj will take audition. It's not like you can get anybody. So I managed to get 5 brahmacharis. Guru Maharaj said, "Okay, write on a paper." And this is all audition going on, 10:30 in night. So Guru Maharaj selected 2 devotees. Okay, their handwriting is good. They will write names, initiated names on the certificates and we'll hand over tomorrow during the initiation. So everything went on. Then by 11 o'clock, Guru Maharaj said, I am taking rest. Will you finish everything? Yes, we'll finish. Guru Maharaj went to take rest. As they started to write, they found out there are only 75. They're not 150. Now 11 o'clock in Mayapur, where we will get more printouts? Because this thick certificate paper, you can only get in Calcutta. The Calcutta driving 6 hours. In middle of night, you can't do anything. I was thinking what to do now, nothing can be done. So in morning, I thought I will tell Guru Maharaj beforehand, because as I told, if you admit your mistake, he doesn't get angry. So I said I will tell him beforehand. But that day, Guru Maharaj didn't wake up in morning. What to do? I was waiting, 5:30. He didn't switch on his lights. What to do? I can't wake him up to tell that I didn't bring certificates. So I thought, okay, let me go and arrange for initiation, because if I don't do that, then another chastisement. So I left 5:30. Guru Maharaj was supposed to come at 7:30. So to make candidates sit in row according to the list, then Yagya, then Brahma Samhita, so many things, changing Kanthimala and things, we were doing everything. 7 o'clock Guru Maharaj calls me. One of those devotees told Guru Maharaj before me that there are not enough certificates. He was very angry. He called me. He said, Krishna Kishore, what happened with the certificates? I said, Guru Maharaj, we have only half. And you don't even care to tell me? You decide for yourself? I am not coming to initiation ceremony. Now here 150 candidates are sitting. Their family members are sitting. Everything is said. Yagya is said, everything. I said, Guru Maharaj, everything is said, everything is ready. You give initiation. I am not coming. I didn't know what to do. I was sitting outside. Now devotees were telling Prabhu what to do. I said, I don't know what to do. He is not coming. I called him again. He didn't respond. Anyway, we were waiting. Then after 15 minutes, he came. And he came, he never looked at me. He just came and he sat on his asan. He gave strong initiation lecture. And then, while handling the beads, generally we used to sit here and we used to give him beads. Because on beads also he was very particular. Thick beads for men, small beads for women, because they can't live, more. So it was like, it's all calculation. If they're husband, wife, so make sure husband should get thicker bead, wife, all these calculations were there. So we used to give the customized beads in Guru Maharaj's hand, and Guru Maharaj would give. So in all initiations, the way he used to take beads is, he would turn, he would take beads, and this initiation he was not looking at me, he was like this. I was placing beads in his hand, giving initiation. I thought, like today, he's super upset. This is my last day of service. So anyway, he was kept on giving beads, and then he announced that we have a problem. We wanted to give you certificates, but we can't give you certificates because we have half. I said, no, Guru Maharaj, we have full. He said, how? I said, Guru Maharaj, 2 certificates were there for each. So we have written name of each candidate on one. So we have 150 certificates effectively. So each one get 1 certificate from your hand, and another certificate we'll give by afternoon. So that he liked. Oh, he made this arrangement. Okay. So he accepted. Now, Guru Maharaj wanted to leave for Calcutta immediately. So he wanted to leave for Calcutta the same moment, afternoon. Immediately after initiation was done, he said, pack my bags, I want to go. So we packed his bags. He was meeting the candidates after initiation, and we put everything in the car. I put my bag, everything was ready. I know Guru Maharaj was super angry from morning, so we should not make any further mistake. So Guru Maharaj came down. There were thousands of devotees, whole Mayapur came to see him off. So Guru Maharaj sat in the car. There was another godbrother of Guru Maharaj, Udayananda Prabhu. He was also traveling with us. Now when Guru Maharaj sat in the car, he told me in my ears, Krishna Kishore, I left my bag in Guru Maharaj's quarters. Can you bring it? I said, Prabhuji, Guru Maharaj already sat in car. He will be super angry. He said, therefore I am telling you. Because he will be angry at me. And I don't want to, he's Guru Godbrother, Prabhupada disciple. He said, I don't want to get chastisement from your Guru Maharaj. So he went and sat peacefully next to Guru Maharaj. And I went up to take his bag. And here Guru Maharaj said, where is Krishna Kishore? Where is... He always does this. He never on time, he cannot do anything perfectly. And here Guru Maharaj is boiling. And I went up and he brought bag, and then as I was entering the car, where were you? You have to do all this now? I am sitting in the car. I have to wait for you, or you should wait for me. I started chastising. Then I sat in car. I can't tell Guru Maharaj to Subhyanand Prabhu's because he already is scared. So I was getting all mercy. From Calcutta to Mayapur, so Mayapur to Calcutta, 3.5 hours. You see, in India, if the train is late from one station, it's late on every station. So in the same way, if you get chastised on one thing, then Guru Maharaj remember everything you did. So he was telling me everything. I gave you that thing also you didn't do, and I told you this thing also, and I told you do this immigration, and I told you this website, and I told you this. And I kept on listening, 3.5 hours. We finally reached Calcutta. In Calcutta, Guru Maharaj went upstairs where he was staying, and the devotees prepared Chinese noodles. But with noodles, they kept spoon. Guru Maharaj came, he was hungry because initiation and everything was tired, and 3.5 hours he was chastising me, so he was tired. He came and he sat, and they were, this noodles with spoon. Guru Maharaj said, how am I supposed to eat this? I was inside, arranging his room, unpacking. So he's, Krishna Kishore, I came. Where is my cutlery? I came with him. He said, can't you see they served me spoon? Where is my fork? I said, Guru Maharaj, I don't know where is the fork. Can't you carry my fork? How should I carry his fork all the time? So anyway, it was a bad day. So since I was chastised since morning, and already it was 4th year, I was all my full. So I don't know what happened to me. I offered my obeisances and I just left. And I came downstairs and I was standing in the parking. It was dark in night time. I was standing in parking and I was by myself. Now Guru Maharaj was worried. He started calling me. And I was seeing his call is coming, but I was in different state of emotions. I was not able to lift his phone. Then he sent devotees. And I was seeing, devotees are coming down, searching for bus. I was, in a spot which was dark. They can't see me, but I was able to see them. They are searching. 15-20 minutes passed, and I kind of recomposed myself. And I was okay. Then I went up. When I went up, Guru Maharaj was walking to and fro, with his phone in his hand. I went and I offered obeisance. Where were you? I was searching for you. And then I kind of broke down. So then he took me and he sat on a sofa. He made me sit next to him. He put his hand on my shoulder. And then he said, what happened? Tell me. Then I was not able to speak. What should I do? So I was not able to speak. Then he himself told, I can understand when you are with me, it's a lot of pressure. You are under a lot of stress. And, take it easy. So next few days, you just take rest. Don't do anything. And then he said, you take prasad, and I took prasad. And they said, you take rest. So this was around 9:30, 10 o'clock. And our flight was 4 o'clock. So you're supposed to get up at 1, pack everything and leave. So 1 o'clock I got up, was packing Guru Maharaj's things. He didn't speak to me anything. I also didn't speak to him anything. We packed everything. We went to airport. And we were around 10 devotees traveling that day from Calcutta to Amritsar. So generally what we used to do, when we used to go in airport, there are scanners. We have to scan our bags and then check in. So we used to make Guru Maharaj sit in one place and I would do all these things. So I was in line of scanning bags and I found Guru Maharaj is there. So, Guru Maharaj, you can sit, and do it. Guru Maharaj said, no, I'm taking your association. With what happened last night, this is in almost like 3-4 hours after that. And then as we were in the line, Guru Maharaj asked me, now tell me what happened. So I said, Guru Maharaj, I'm not able to cope up. So many services are piling up because I'm traveling. then correspondence, then personal service, and different projects, then immigrations, and so many random things Guru Maharaj would, helping the other devotees, so that was also there. So many things get piled up, then I don't able to finish them, then you are upset, and I told everything. So Guru Maharaj said, the secret is delegation. You don't need to run around everywhere yourself. You have 10 people under you, what is the problem? But I can't deal with 10 different people. That will be difficult for me. So I am telling you that doesn't mean you have to do it. You assign others. So that was okay. Then, Guru Maharaj gave me this tape and everything. Then we checked in. We went to Amritsar. Now we reached there, and for whole day, Guru Maharaj didn't ring his bell. So I was wondering what happened. Guru Maharaj didn't ring his bell. So I opened my door, and Guru Maharaj was going down himself with his water bottle to fill it. So I said, Guru Maharaj, I can do it. You didn't. The bell is not working. Guru Maharaj, what happened? I said, no, I was just thinking you take some rest. So I said, Guru Maharaj, actually that chastisement was better than this. And Guru Maharaj started laughing, and then it resumed. Another time I ran away from Guru Maharaj service. That was from US. Guru Maharaj told we will do cultural programs in different cities. So, how to do cultural programs? Arrange auditorium. Guru Maharaj said we will have sitar player from South Africa. We'll have dancer from Dubai. We'll have singer from Italy. And we'll have another singer, classical singer from New Jersey. Arrange for the visas. Now it's difficult, US visa is not easy. So we tried manage visas and everything, then booking halls, booking everything. It was big, and I can't drive in America, so some devotee has to take me all the time. One time I went to see 2-3 venues for the programs, and Guru Maharaj wanted to do it in Orlando, Miami, and New York. So all 3 cities, different venues. Guru Maharaj called me one day. I was outside. He said, so you saw the locations? I said, yes. How much they are charging? I said this. How much they are charging? This. Okay. How much they are charging for the welcome drink? I said, Guru Maharaj, I will just see and I will tell. Why you need to see? Can't you remember a small thing? Welcome drink. How much it charged? Guru Maharaj, so many venues. But after all, it's just welcome drink. Can't you remember the price? I got chastised for welcome drink for another 10 minutes. So I was already full. Then we arranged everything. We have to go to New York. New York, everything was arranged. The singer, dancer, everybody was there. The program was arranged. Everybody was expecting Guru Maharaj. Just one night before, Guru Maharaj rings his bell. I go to him. Guru Maharaj says, do I need to go to New York? Is it necessary? Is it really necessary? You go and do program. I am not going. I was so much affected. For months we were preparing for this, and I was getting every day chastised for every single detail. And now Guru Maharaj is saying I am not going. So anyway, I went, but I was so fried. I said, it's too much. I cannot serve like this. So I need a break. So I booked my flight from New York to India. And after the program is done, in night I was gone. I wrote an email to Guru Maharaj and I was gone. I didn't call him, I didn't message him, I just left. And I didn't go to temple, I went straight to my home. And my home also, actually I went to sister's home. I was living in sister's home. And my phone was off. So after few days, I switched on my phone. In first call I got first from Guru Maharaj. And I was thinking of how I'll face him. Because I just left. And, I was switching off my phone and, I made some reason to go and this and that. So I was fearful to pick his phone, but I was feeling guilty also. So I picked up the phone and I thought either I'll get chastised or I will be asked for a reason or something will happen. Guru Maharaj started, where are you? I said, I am here. Guru Maharaj said, I am going to give a seminar of Brahma Samhita. Can you prepare notes on it? I said, yes, Guru Maharaj. He never asked me what happened. And then he said, I am coming to Bombay at such and such date. Will you come? I said, yes, Guru Maharaj, I will come. That's it. Whole life, till Guru Maharaj was in this planet, He never asked me what happened that day. Because he understood, I'll feel embarrassed, as feeling guilty, I did something wrong. He understood everything. So that was his personality. Therefore, this Narottam Das Thakur is praying in the end, Prati janme kari asha charanera dhuli, Narottame kare daya apanar buli. Narottam Das Thakur is saying, O Vaishnava, please, apanar boli means, when you say this laptop is mine, is apanar boli. Apanar means mine. This is mine. So, O Vaishnava, please call me yours. I am yours. You carry me. And not only in this life, Prati janme kari asha. Every life, I just want your shelter. There is no replacements. Okay, Guru is gone, now let us, be our own life. No. Guru is still present. Srinjay Prabhu was asking me about dreams. Devotees got dreams or not, so I wrote a few dreams. Guru Maharaj one day came in dream of one of our devotees in Ujjain, and he told, Guru Maharaj in dream he is telling, after he disappeared, he said, Krishna married Mitravinda in Ujjain, and I never visited to that place, Mitravinda's place. Can you take me there? In dream he is telling. So that devotee told Guru Maharaj, we don't know where that place is. We know Sandipani Ashram, we know other places, but Mitravinda's place we don't know. So in dream Guru Maharaj told, you go like this, you take a turn to do this and you do that, and you will reach Mitravinda's place. In dream. So next day he got up, he shared with other devotees that this is the dream I got, we should go. So we took a photograph of Guru Maharaj. The devotees followed the same track. And they reached. And there it was written Mitravinda temple. This devotee never reached. Now you will come to Ujjain, we can show you that place. Guru Maharaj shown that place in dream, Mitravinda temple. Another time we were having lot of issues with our land. Our land was not registered and our devotees were struggling a lot. They were not getting any positive response. So Guru Maharaj came in dream and he said, don't try with the existing government because they're too busy. Go to the opposition leader. In dream he is telling, go to the opposition leader and he will make an issue of it and then the existing government will win. So I told my father that can you arrange, the opposition leader because he has some contact. So he arranged. So he went to the opposition leader and he said, why are you coming to me? I am not in power. He said, still you keep these documents, you do something. And then he put pressure on the government and they phoned us that, we are working on your problem. But still nothing was happening. In few days what happened, the chief of RSS, Mohan Bhagwat ji, he came to Ujjain and he gets security like Prime Minister. Like nobody can go near him. But they selected our temple to hold their meetings. So they came, but none of us were allowed in that area. There was Z plus security. So they had their meetings and all. We requested their secretaries, can you give us 5 minutes appointment? We just want to speak to them for 5 minutes. He agreed. We spoke to him. He told, why you want this land to be registered? We told the whole thing, that Guru Maharaj came in dream. He told us to approach this person. We want to register this land and make Guru Maharaj Pushpa Samadhi here. Because our Guru Maharaj left, we are not able to make this Pushpa Samadhi. Please arrange. He said, okay, I'll take care of it. Next day we get call from Chief Minister office that we are settling it, don't worry. Within 1 month, our land was settled. This was Guru Maharaj's, guidance in dream. Another devotee, we are just compiling Guru Maharaj's Vyas Puja book for this year. So I was reading devotees' Vyas Puja offerings. One Mataji is writing, she comes every festival to decorate the deities. She lives in Mumbai, Mirabai Mataji. And she comes all the way from Mumbai to Ujjain to decorate the altars. She brings flowers with her from the time temple opened, from that time. But this year she was feeling, Guru Maharaj is not there. What's point in going? This was Narsingh Chaturdashi. Why I have to go, When Guru Maharaj was there, it was different inspiration. Like in night, he would come down, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, he would come down. And Mirabai Mataji would decorating the flowers. She would ask, So Mirabai, how is going? Put this flower here, there. And after Mangalarti, he would give feedback. The deities are looking nice. Who will give this feedback now? You know. So she was feeling quite broken that I will not go this year. That night she got dream of Guru Maharaj, and in dream Guru Maharaj was standing, and Mirabai Mataji asked Guru Maharaj, "Will you be there in Ujjain on Nrsimha Chaturdashi?" Guru Maharaj said, "Of course I will be there. You also come." And that's how she decided to go and decorate. And she's writing that offering. For whole my life, I'm not giving up my service now. Because he is not gone, he is still there. If we have that relationship with him, he will reciprocate. That is Guru Maharaj's presence. All disciples should feel. We should never think that, oh, now years have passed, we are settled. No. Take out time, hear from Guru Maharaj, read about him, hear about him. And I have personal experience about Vyas Puja offerings also. For months I was feeling, that I am not feeling any emotion for Guru Maharaj. And, I was delaying to write my offering. But just before coming to Mauritius, the day I was leaving, I started writing my offering to Guru Maharaj. And all those emotions and memories, everything came. So it's very important that all disciples should write their offerings. And Vyas Puja festival also you are gathering together, it's very nice. If you can make it every month, at least online, come together, discuss about Guru Maharaj. The way we become more and more closer to him. And he will reciprocate, he is there. Spiritual personalities don't leave, their presence with body. They're always there. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Sri Srimad Bhakti Charu Swami Guru Maharaj ki jai. I'm sorry for taking over time. 6 minutes. Hare Krishna. And if I have spoken something wrong, please forgive me. In our whole visit, we were a burden. Actually, first I was coming, then I told Shelja is also coming, then I told parents are also coming. So you have to take care of us, take us around, feed us. Asim Krishna Prabhu was cooking, Varat Krishna Prabhu cooked today. So many devotees were cooking. Mataji came from Kunti Mataji cooked. So many Kunti Mata is here. So many different devotees cooked. You took us around. Venudhari Prabhu's family tolerated us in your home. So many devotees drove. Sachidananda Prabhu, Rajshekhar Prabhu, Shrutidev Prabhu, so many devotees. Sanjay Prabhu was planning from months every single detail and he was sorting out. Even when going from one place to another, he was worried if I reach on time or not. Scheduling with temples, scheduling with devotees. So I'm very grateful you tolerated us. And we wish to invite you to Ujjain. Guru Maharaj is there. He is waiting for all of you. This year we are opening Guru Maharaj Pushpa Samadhi also. So please come, have darshan. Stay there, it's your home. One time in Mayapur, one devotee asked Guru Maharaj, it was a very light talk. Guru Maharaj came in our secretary room and he sat on our chair. We were in light mood, night time, discussing some random things. And one devotee just asked, Guru Maharaj, you are here, we are sharing everything with you, we are laughing with you, we are joking with you. What we will do after you leave? He asked like that. Guru Maharaj said, don't worry, I made Ujjain, I'll live there eternally. He told like that. So please come, it's your home, spend time there and you can experience Guru Maharaj more. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Mauritius Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.
No. So upon listening, I've been so encouraged because of times in my service, I get that message. So now I have to be very encouraged. So I can continue.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Yeah. I feel like that.
Hare Krishna.